Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid video. Nearly said Real Madrid preview, not quite there yet. Of course, this preview for the Bayern Munich game will be dropping out before, obviously, the Bayern Munich game. Maybe Wednesday, if I think Wednesday, yeah. But Real Madrid are officially La Liga champions. Incredible, 36th La Liga title. It is obviously something to be proud of, something to be happy about. But the full focus will definitely be on that Bayern Munich game. Of course, the players will not be able to celebrate or go out full party at after the celebrations. And of course, the celebrations with the fans at Cibeles will obviously not happen yet. Of course, there is still time to do so. Let's not act like there's no time. There's always time. But the full focus has to be on that Bayern Munich game because the objective is the Champions League. It always is. Every season, it is to win the Champions League. And the position that Real Madrid are in, we've got one more game to get to the final. And that one game is essentially a one-legged game against Bayern Munich at the Santiago Bernabeu. You went away to Munich, you went to the Allianz Arena, and you got yourself a very good result. It's now time to win at home. At home, with the fans, which is the 12th player, essentially, the 12th man, it is time to go out there and get that job done, and then you can celebrate. Of course, right now, you can't, because if the players go out and they celebrate and they party and they go out real hard, they come back on Monday or Tuesday with a game in 2 days time, they're not going to concentrate, they're not going to be fully ready mentally, because they've just had a good party. And partying, obviously, who comes back to work a day after partying and gets totally sober and is totally back mentally again? No one. So it is absolutely important that these players are in the best shape mentally for a big game against Bayern Munich. And Bayern Munich will be coming to this game hungry, with nothing to fear, nothing to lose. But of course, more on that will be from the preview that will be dropping this Wednesday. But like I said, 36th La Liga title, absolutely incredible. This season has been incredible. Let's, talk about this, because I think that firstly, let's start off with the praise for Carlo Ancelotti. Because this season, we've all, talked about Bellingham, Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo, Fede Valverde, even Cruz, Tchouaméni, Rudiger, Lunin, Carvajal. We've talked about so many players and them being the main focus and the main point of the team. Maybe it is a late winner from Rudiger, or Lucas Vazquez even, or Bellingham, or Vinicius Junior, or a double from Rodrigo. Of course that has to be praised, which we'll get on to later, but the main man behind all of this is Carlo Ancelotti, and we have to give him all the credit. Because Carlo Ancelotti, in my opinion, is the best man manager in the world. Without a doubt, he is. The ability to control a big dressing room is one thing, but these players will have a lot of respect for Ancelotti. And how do you achieve that kind of respect from your players, especially the bigger names? It is the man management skills. He's able to go to each player and give them a hug and, praise them or tell them what to do or give them a kind of special relationship and connection. And he does this with every player that he has. And the players go out there and they play for him because of what the relationship they have with him. They go out there and they're like, you know what, I'm going to give my 110% because the manager, or Ancelotti, has given me the trust and the faith to go out there and to play and to start. So if you're Brahim Diaz, for example, last night against Cadiz, there's a reason why he played pretty well and got better in the match. Because Ancelotti would have said to him, look, you know, we have no Bellingham, we have no Rodrigo, we have no Vinicius Junior, we've got Joselu, who might not be the most reliable goal scorer. We've got Arda Güler, who is still young and starting to get some minutes. Brahim, we will need you. Something like that. And he does this with every single player. And every player develops the relationship with him. But I think it is the coolness, the aura, of course, definitely. We all know Ancelotti is the coolest man ever. It's the personality of Ancelotti. Technically, you know, maybe he isn't the most tactical manager, but his system has changed over the years and he has switched back to a diamond midfield formation which he used to use in the days with, you know, Milan. And I certainly would have had my doubts at the start of the season. Certainly, I think a lot of Real Madrid fans did. It was, how are you going to get this team working? Because Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo, they are not center players. Bellingham, he's not a striker. He's at most a 10. You know, you've got Kroos and Modric who are aging. You've got Tchouaméni, you've got Camavinga, you've got Valverde, you've got these young players coming in, right? And then the season started, you know, Thibaut Courtois got injured before the season even started, and then Kepa brought in, and it was like, you have no goalkeeper now, Kepa or Lunin, you know, it's really a toss of a coin. What he's gonna do, he rotated them. Actually, at first he started Kepa, and then he rotated them, and then it became Lunin. Let's be honest. The back line, Militao got injured after the first game against Athletic Club Bilbao, and then Alaba got injured against Villarreal. Two key centre backs got injured. Of course, Militao recently came back, but Alaba is still out. And what has he had to do? Rudiger has had to come in, and Rudiger has been playing so well. And the reason, as I said, is the relationship. Antonio Rudiger has not been a starter, yes, but Ancelotti would have said to Rudiger, we need you. You're the only centre-back that we have that we can really rely on, apart from maybe Nacho. So we need you to put up the best performance. And Rudiger's personality as well, adding in, he puts his, you know, he fights, he puts his body on the line for the team, you know, and everyone does it for Ancelotti, to put their body on the line for him. And obviously, having to switch up the defense with no centre backs that are first choice and goalkeeper that is a first choice, without a striker, with wingers that have to play more centrally, and with a centre midfielder who has to play more up front, to be able to win the league title currently, wasn't it, what, how many points is it right now? 87 points, isn't it? 87 points right now with 4 games to go. It's incredible. And he's in the Champions League semi-finals, and his only 2 losses this season have been to Atletico Madrid away, 1 loss in the league, and 1 disappointing defeat, I would say, in the Copa del Rey. But apart from that, I think it's been all great, all absolutely great. So Ancelotti deserves the credit for himself. And then I look at the players. It's obvious to be saying Bellingham, of course. The goals, was it now? 22 goals, 10 assists, I think. Incredible. For a player that was never going to be brought in to do the job he has done. You know, incredible. Let's be honest, incredible. Stunning. Vinicius Junior, look, he's had to step up. You know, you talk about 2 years ago, he was the player that started to come in and be one of the best in his position in the world, and obviously he had Benzema. Last season he had to step up more because Benzema slightly declined, and this season he had to step up even more because Benzema is now gone, and we're gonna see Vini step up next season again, even more. Rodrigo, great player, always not the main talking point, I would say. I think he's behind Vinicius and even behind Bellingham, but certainly there are games where it is Rodrigo that has won the game, really, on his own. Fede Valverde, the engine of the team, 48 games I think it was in a row that he has currently played. 48 games in a row that he has started, I think. Incredible. That's a machine. Tchouaméni, you know, we haven't lost in 30 plus games with him starting or something like that. and whenever he has played, we have lost. Basically, absolutely incredible, and he's the best at the team right now. In the team right now, at his position. You know, Camavinga isn't as good as a 6. Toni Kroos is not as good as a 6. And then obviously, you've got Camavinga. Obviously, less of a starter role, but when he has had to come in, that goal against Man City that obviously wasn't his, but you know he did take the shot which was deflected. Modric and Kroos, obviously, you know they're slowing down, but Toni Kroos is still putting up incredible assists like he did for Vinicius Junior, and Modric as well. He's still running around like he's 20. Can I just say, Luka Modric is running around the football pitch like he's a 20-year-old. And then obviously, many big moments from him defensively. Carvajal, some big goals from him. Lucas Vazquez, that header against Alaves. Obviously, he did get cooked by Musiala in the Champions League, but still, he's a very good squad player, and he's been incredible. Rudiger, beast, machine, warrior, whatever you like to call him. Nacho, he's leaving at the end of the season, and he deserves a farewell properly. Tied with most trophies won at Real Madrid, with I think Marcelo, Benzema, Modric, these 4. And I think below them, who is below them actually? I can't remember who is below them. I saw this post, but they all have 25 basically. Who else am I missing? Militao, Alaba, look, both been injured. Obviously, can't really talk much about them, but certainly miss them. But Ancelotti has been able to do well without them. Lunin, incredible. As well, Courtois just came back. I thought we need to mention players like Kepa. Obviously, look, he's not going to be the main talking point because he's no longer the number 1 now. But for a period of time when he started, he played well, I would say. And then you've got other players. You know, there's so many players. You've got Fran Garcia. Whenever he started, I thought he looked electric. Dani Ceballos, look, I'm not the biggest fan of Dani Ceballos, but he gives his all. And that's what I like from a Real Madrid player. Obviously, the Union Berlin game where he scored. Joselu as well. Arda Güler, still young, still needs development, but he will be here next season as well. Brahim Diaz, scoring some absolute bangers, can I just say. Like, every goal this guy scores is a banger. Am I ever missing anyone out? I don't think I am. Because our squad isn't that big. But the whole point of this video is obviously to talk about this, as Real Madrid are Laliga champions, and obviously they've got a Champions League game midweek. Now, all Real Madrid aside, I want to talk about one thing. Girona qualified for the Champions League for the first time in their history. Absolutely incredible. They deserved it. They have been incredible. Look, Real Madrid did end their hopes of winning the league, but they're probably going to finish second now after beating Barcelona. And they thoroughly deserved it. So, fair play to Michel and Girona for the incredible job. You know, they've got some very good players. Tizankov, Artem Duvbik, Savio, you know, Alex Garcia in there as well. Eric Garcia, I mean, from a Barcelona, isn't he? Gazzaniga, Jan Kuchu, Daley Blind as well. And Miguel Gutierrez as well. Yeah, ex-Real Madrid. So, they've got some incredible players in there that have helped them reach what they have. And, you know, apart from Bayer Leverkusen and maybe Aston Villa, I would say Girona are the next big story from an underdog team. But let me know what your thoughts are down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the like button if you did, subscribe to the channel if it's on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.